What's up, y'all? It's the Booshbag. Miss Booshbag to you. Okay, so this episode was a complete and total surprise. I had no idea it was coming on, and it happened to just come on before the Housewives. It is about 8:14, and I'm going to try. Hopefully, I don't know if I can get this up before I go to work. If not, then it'll just be up, in the evening. Maybe after 3, if I get home by that time. And that'll be after 6 on the East Coast. Come on now. All right. But I got to go to work in a short while. So let's get started. Jackie, Evelyn, and Kristen, they sitting around, they talking about red wine, and Jackie talking about how red wine make her tingle. And yeah, well, Evelyn wasn't there yet, so it's just her and this girl Kristen. She was like, girl, it get me tingly in my midsection, my mid parts. It do that to you, cause girl, I turn up. And the girl's like, I turn up too. You turn up? No, really? I couldn't even imagine that from you. She was like, yeah, well, I kept him for 7 years, so I must be doing something right. All right, then Evelyn comes. Jackie thinks that Evelyn and Kristen will hit it off because they both seem pretty mellow and like zen or whatever at this point in time. Evelyn is like, oh shit, I can't handle wine. I almost forgot just that fast. But she got to do her IVF cycle thing is coming up, so she can't do it. And she told them that she's already had 2 prior IVF cycles, right? So this is her 3rd one. Plus she just had 3 miscarriages. So she starts talking about, the void that she feels and how nobody can understand. But Krista's like, you know what? I had one a few months ago myself, a miscarriage. She was like, so I definitely understand. So she went into talking about it, and they both, kind of feel good that they found somebody that understands them. Of course, Jackie interjected. She's had a miscarriage before as well. Hers was similar to the way that the other girl's was, because the girl said she was quite far along, like maybe 5 months or something like that, and there was no heartbeat when she went back to the doctor for a checkup. So she basically had to have, was it an abortion? Like an abortion, a DNC, I don't know, whatever you call it. Yeah, so she's got a void, and she, wants to have another baby or whatever too. Jackie tells them about Tammy's book signing, and Kristen was like, yes, girl. She walked in like, I'm not invited, and what? She was like, I was not trying to be like that. I walked in and I tried to be cordial and apologetic and offer her a bottle of wine as like a peace offering, and she threatened me basically. She was like, I like Doug, and I won't hit Doug's wife. I won't punch Doug's wife in the face. I'm Doug's wife, and her threatening me is definitely a fucking problem. So basically, I'm having a wine safari. I think it'd be fun for all of us to go on, but Tammy's not invited because she hates me right now. And they're not friends. And Evelyn's like, well, that's good, because she don't really fuck with Tammy right now, because it's just too much drama. All right, Shaunie and Tammy meet up. Tammy tells her that Jackie showed up to her book signing with a red coat with a wolf pussy collar. I died, okay? Where the fuck would she get that from? She was like, it's not soft. I don't know what kind of fucking fabric that shit was. Wolf pussy. She was like, and she didn't even walk in. She sashayed in my shit. So she went and did this dumbass walk. This dumbass sachet that Jackie was supposed to have did. She was like, yeah, she gonna offer me some wine as a damn peace offering. She said, but my daughters was like, nah, she ain't here on some old rah-rah shit, and she just trying to disguise it as trying to be nice or whatever. So she gonna tell me that all 3 of us just need to talk, me, her, and Evelyn, and she'll mediate and like be in the middle. And Shaunie's like, did she forget the part where you don't want to talk to her also? You're not being her friend? Like, how the fuck she gonna mediate? Tammy was like, I had to leave my own book signing. She was like, did you leave? Yes, I had to leave. First off, the only person who is on some rah-rah shit, this is what you need to tell your daughters, is you, okay? You. She really did come, from what I could see. And the backstory, her intentions were pretty good. She did come to try to just make up and, you know, all of this stuff, and you didn't invite her. So, no, she wasn't trying to fight you, but you was trying to fight her. And, the wig, loving it. Yes, honey. Okay. Okay, so, Evelyn and Shawnee are at this, talking about the wine safari. They just riding around in the car, throwing major shade at Jackie ass. So, she's like, Shawnee's like, well, Jackie, with her ridiculous ass love of animals. And Evelyn's like, don't it seem like she would be the type that would be okay with putting peanut butter on her kitty cat and letting the dog lick it off? Shawnee like, yeah, she went along with it. Shawnee too shady. And she'll never stick up for her friends when they not around. Like, never. She always laugh at any joke that anybody motherfucker say. So Evelyn is like, Jackie is just nasty. She's just, oof, yuck. She's like, well, anyway, well, Tammy's not invited. And she was like, yeah, I heard. She was like, well, when are y'all just gonna let this go? Because it's really hard being y'all friend. I'm always stuck in the middle. And she's just like, well, look, this shit ain't fucking fixable for the most part. Yeah, it's not fixable. Well, when she was talking to Tammy, she also brought up, you know, how hard it is being in the middle of them, and that she would like for them to talk. So, she was like, well, she called me out my name. She called me a bitch. And Shawnee's like, well, you think maybe you should give her a pass just because, you know, everything was so heated, everybody was angry? And she like, I don't really fucking think so. I'll think about it. And she's saying that they're talking about covering up at the safari because Jackie is probably gonna be having the animals licking on them or whatever. And Evelyn's like really, what do you think happened to her as a child and make her so wonky, so fucking weird? She do talk an awful lot about dirty stuff. I guess she's just trying to still be seen as sexual, young, vibrant, sexual. All of those sorts of things kind of go, I guess, together in the sense of thought anyway. Anybody could be having sex. You ain't got to be young. Kristen and her boyfriend, she's so happy to see him. I guess he's been working out of town. And she showing him her ring finger, you know, it's free. She keeping it freed up in case some shit come through. And he's like, girl, you better stop playing with me. That does not sound very committed to me. That does not sound like he is intending to take your ass down the aisle at all, girl. So, yeah, he's in tech and he's coming up with some app. And he's telling her how much he appreciates her being there through, you know, his injuries and hard times and him switching from the sport over to tech and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, she's just happy for him. She's very proud of him. But really, why is you being mushy right now? So I was thinking maybe he was about to, he didn't. She was like, I mean, damn, I was already going to give you some, but now you going to get some extra. And she was like, so what we going to be doing after this day? We going to be making a baby? And he was like, I guess, I don't know. I guess we'll try. Yeah, get that ring, girl. Get that ring. Okay, so it's Safari Day. The cheese is apparently hard as a motherfucking brick because she said that her fake tooth, she got a fake tooth in the front. Her fake tooth, she thought it was going to break. Jackie. Kristen is there. Why is her sisters keeping on getting all this airtime? Like, who the fuck are they? So, yeah, her two sisters are there. Evelyn gets there with Shawnee, and she's like, what the fuck is Kristen wearing? Like, is that Spanx? Brown Spanx? Yeah. She was like, girl. Little bit of the old Evelyn coming back right there because that was shade and unnecessary. She tells them not to eat the food because the cheese, and of course nobody don't want to eat the meat if the cheese been sitting out to be that damn hard. They talking about grapes, so they was like, ooh, these grapes is hot. And Jackie like, ooh, you already know about them hot grapes, right? And people like, no, nobody knows it. Girl, it ain't nothing about no hot grapes to know. Any shit that you got to say about hot grapes, you done made the fuck up. She was like, don't y'all ever, sometimes like put grapes in between your titties, and then if, I guess he supposed to be sucking them because they kind of bleeped it out or something, but I don't know if he holding your titties together at the same time and you squishing grapes and hot grape juice is going, and they're like, no, is that something to know? Is that even a fucking thing? Girl, ain't no, Evelyn is like, would it be one grape? Because I don't think one grape could make that much juice. Do you put a bunch of grapes in between your titties and squid? Like, no. How did that go? Jackie's ridiculous. First of all, how would she know about hot grapes? Where did she get hot grapes from to even have tried this? Did you go and cook some grapes and then start squeezing them with your titties? Or did you have hot grapes on hand at home during sex time for some particular reason? None of it don't make no sense. And no, I will not be testing this out. Fucking grapes on your titties. She was like, well, shit, girl, I've been doing it for 20 years. I know some stuff. Yeah, she nasty. Anyway, Shaunie asked Evelyn to meet with her and Tammy. She agrees, but she was like, well, look, I want an apology. And she's like, an apology for what? She was like, she called me out my name. She called me all kind of bitches. She was like, well, you think you should apologize? She was like, for what? I mean, I'm just asking you, do you think you have anything to apologize for? She's like, girl. They on the damn safari. I don't know if it's just because the camera is where Jackie is, but Jackie is, I don't know how many glasses of wine she had. Before, when the two girls, when Evelyn and Shaunie got there, she had already had 4 glasses of wine. Her glass is going from tall to small to tall to small. I think she's drunk as hell. She is so loud, so belligerent. She licked the grapes. What is going on? Yeah. So, she was like, ooh, and all of these animals, these sexy animals. I don't really, why does she think animals are sexy? Has anybody ever thought of a wild jungle animal as sexy? I might think that something that is completely dangerous is really cute. I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so cute. But sexy? Child, you'll be mauled to death. That animal will fuck your ass up. And ain't nothing sexy about dying. Alright? They're going and they're feeding lettuce to the giraffe and all of this shit. So yeah, they're having a good time. Alright. Miss Malaysia is back. So she meets up with Jackie. Jackie appears to be trying to get her drunk. And she was like, no, I'm just going to have a glass of Moscato. Chill. Jackie like, girl, you're going to need to sit down. You're going to need some wine. You need a drink. Because I got to get you caught up. And she like, whatever. Yeah, gonna need a drink because apparently she be tripping. So she's telling her, well, I'm gonna be moving to Atlanta because she's starting a kids boutique. And Jackie's like, oh, I want to come with you. She's like, oh yeah, you can come visit. No, I want to come down there with you. I want to help you. No, you gotta be here. Doug needs you. Well, Doug is always out of town, you know, he traveling. Girl, she do not want you there. That was a big fat no. Out now. No, Doug needs you. That was being complacent. That's like, oh, I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to sting you with that, but you ain't coming. Malaysia's flirting with the help, okay? The guy that come with the drinks, and she was like, oh, you cute? And Jackie like, what is that all about? She was like, well, shit, her love life is not going so well right now. She was dating somebody, it didn't work out, and now she's dating some people, but shit, ain't nothing written in stone, so she don't know what's gonna be up with that. Jackie goes on and on and on and on about all of the stuff going on with Evelyn and Tammy, which just a bunch of petty ass bullshit. Malaysia's like, she's just telling me all of this shit that she know I do not fucking care about. But she did tell her that Jackie should have kept Tammy's name out of her mouth when she was talking to Evelyn. So you kind of put her in the middle, and that's the thing that made it awkward, and that's, you know, where the issue's going to be. So she was like, Jackie's like, well, I hadn't thought about that, but now I guess I got something to think about. She was like, see, that's why you should have been here. She was like, you should have already knew that. That's girlfriend 101. Like, you're going to have to learn to deal with things without other people being around. Tammy and Evelyn meet. And with Shaunie. So when Evelyn comes to the table, she was like, is it safe? And Tammy's like, well, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I mean, I'm worried about my own safety. Yeah, right. So she's talking about she's scoping out the place just in case Evelyn, you know, do something for her to have some stuff on hand or whatever. So basically Evelyn is like, at the last conversation, I felt disrespected. And she was like, I felt disrespected. She was like, but I didn't call you out of your name and I didn't curse at you. She was like, okay, whatever. One for Evelyn. You're so great. And Evelyn's like, no, you went from like 0 to 1,000 like so fast. She was so mad. And she's like, well, she hadn't been called a bitch or a hoe in like so many years. Like, it took her back. And she knows that she would never be calling Tammy that, because, you know, she was beyond that at this point. And Tammy's like, first of all, I mean, I said one good cuss word, okay, which was bitch. And I only did that because you were bringing up some shit about this man that I was married to in 1994 that I didn't give a fuck about. Like, that didn't have anything to do with what the fuck it is we was talking about. So Shaunie asked, well, okay, well, how can we fix this? And she was like, ask her. She the motherfucker with the problem with me. So she's like, you know what? She did all of this shit and everybody want to act like I'm crazy, act like I'm the motherfucking bitch. Girl, please. And she get up and she walk out. Shaunie go after her because she feels like she could bring her back. She's just outside smoking a cigarette, which she shouldn't do, because don't Tammy got health problems? I mean, like serious ones, for which she has been to the doctor and it has been publicized that she could be on her way out. You need to handle that. So she's tired of people acting like she is the problem. This is what she's telling Shaunie. And Shaunie's like, I kind of agree that being mad over, you know, bitch or whatever is kind of petty. And she was like, we called each other much, much worse. And that's not even the goddamn point. She thinks, she was like, okay. So that's her issue, though. That's what she was upset about. So what's your issue? She was like, well, my issue is she should have just came clean about not coming to her. She should have came to her, or she should have just apologized when I brought it up and be like, you know what, my bad. I should have did that. And she said we would have been all cool the first time, but that's not what happened. She's like, okay, well, you're telling me that, but why don't you tell Evelyn that? She was like, because I'll say something else, and then, you know, I'll be in all kind of trouble. You tell her. She was like, okay, you tell her other stuff, but I'll tell her that specifically if you want me to, but please come back in. She was like, all right, I'll be in there. So they're in there waiting for her. Shaunie speaks for Tammy and is telling her, oh, well, this is why she was upset and if this would have happened and blah, blah, blah. So Evelyn's like, well, sure, I'll be big enough. I'll definitely, I'll apologize. Like, I don't have a problem with saying that I'm sorry. So she's like, did you hear that, Tammy? She was like, I didn't hear, I'm sorry. Evelyn's like, you want to say it at the same time? Yeah, well, like, I guess. So they say I'm sorry at the same time and bust out laughing, because Shaunie was like, y'all bitches is corny as hell. Like, I never would think that y'all would be this motherfucking corny. But it seems like whatever. Evelyn's like, okay, I'm going to take this slow, because you can't go from being that damn mad to just being okay with everything. But we just going to see where it goes. So she's going to be giving it a chance, okay, but going slow. She was like, if they get back to being cool, then that's going to be fine with her. And then they start talking about, they were like, well, that whole Jackie thing just kind of added on to the beef. It was just like an added layer. And basically, to me, they both accused Jackie of being the messy one. Like, she told me this, like, I didn't just come out of the blue looking for shit for you. She was saying something, I sent her something, because she asked for the information. And she was like, well, she made it seem like it was just all you. So they're both saying it was Jackie. But that's all they really said about Jackie, other than, you know, bringing up her coming to her book signing uninvited with the wolf pussy coat. So they're having a little hoot about that. Okay. Jackie is mad that they met up without her. And now she heard that they're made up. And she feels like, yeah, they was probably talking about her. And she feels like, you know, she wasn't there to defend herself. So she's meeting up with Shaunie. I'm just gonna say, most of what they were talking about ain't have shit to do with Jackie. Her name did come up at the end, but I mean, it wasn't about her the way she making it seem like, oh, it was all about me, and like they was all just, you know, the whole conversation was, oh, Jackie this, Jackie that, and blah 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 blah. They said, yeah, that just kind of added on to what they was already mad about, and whatever. But they did kind of throw her under the bus. Anyway, when Shaunie get there, Shaunie's like, what you wearing, girl? Oh, well, this is some sort of coat. I don't give a fuck about this coat. It looked like you got on panties and drawers. Oh yeah, girl, I do this all the time. Do you? Yeah, I got a meeting after here. With your husband? No. What meeting she going to with a bra and panties and a coat? Talking about just needing attention. I mean, tell me now that y'all don't think that she is just desperate for people to think that she's sexy. Anyway, yeah. She always does that, apparently. And Shaunie like, okay, well. So she's mad because they had a Ponderosa. I need for her to not be finding new words and trying to test them out in regular conversation. Oh, fucking Ponderosa. Anyway, they had a Ponderosa without her. And Shaunie is like, yeah, well, they did meet and some things were said. They're back on track. Everything seems to be good. And she was like, no, but I think that they was probably talking about me. She was like, well, I mean, your name did come up, but it really wasn't about you. Like, they had their own issues, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's my place to be telling you nothing, so you're going to have to give it down. And yeah, she ain't going to give her no information. So Jackie thinks that people are going to be seeing her as a shit starter, and she's just going to be left out to dry, like, all by herself. Because now they friends, and yeah, they're going to just kind of oust her because she wasn't there for the whole makeup session. She's like, I'm just pissed. I'm really pissed, and I'm disappointed and hurt. Okay, so let them know that I'm angry, I'm pissed, I'm disappointed, and I'm so hurt. She was like, all right, pissed, disappointed, hurt, got it. I will let them know that that's the way that you're feeling. She was like, and we need to have a meeting. All three of us. We need to meet. I mean, yesterday, like pronto, okay? And you're going to have to be the mediator. Shaunie's like, oh my God, am I? Yes, you have to mediate. And I mean, this, before anything else happened, like today, like later on today, tomorrow, like it needs to happen like right now. This meeting between us and you being the mediator. And Shaunie's like, okay, but is you going to wear any clothes to this meeting? Yeah, I'll wear clothes. Girl, please wear clothes all the time. All the time, okay? I had seen that she had kind of gotten into shape on some website, something I seen online. I don't know if that's still working out for her though. She might still be very, very proud of her body. I didn't see. I do not wish to see. But I hope it's alright. I hope she ain't just looking disgusting walking around in bra and panties. At least be sexy with it. Okay, and that is the end of this episode. Tonight it actually looks pretty juicy. But if you were to have missed this episode, it's not gonna make any sense tomorrow when Jackie just come out the blue and apparently just want to fight. So I don't know what the fuck is gonna go on, but I want to see it. I guess she feels like there's not gonna be no fixing it or whatever when she see them two walking in together or something. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know where she came with that. She might be drunk off that motherfucking wine and her mid parts are tingling again. Who the fuck knows? But yeah. It is coming on the regular night also. I thought maybe it was switching nights, which would be good since I don't have anything to what is this called? A review? I don't have anything to recap on Sunday now that Real Housewives is over. But no. Okay, so this is 2 days in a row that I gotta do 2 shows, and then Wednesday. And I'm already behind because I still never recapped Little Women Dallas from last Wednesday because I'm always behind on the Dallas one because watching 2 shows is so much, okay? But I'm glad this episode, yeah, it ended pretty quick and some things got resolved. Okay, so Tammy and Evelyn are back to being somewhat cool, and we don't have to fuck with this fake beef no more because come on now, this could not have been real. Well, it seemed like it was real for Tammy because Tammy she really is just very, very fucking angry, but it didn't seem to make it very much motherfucking sense and whatever. So it's squashed, and now it's the whole thing with Jackie. And then once we're past this, who the fuck knows what else kind of drama is gonna be popping up. But anywho, if you agree with anything I had to say, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. And until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my previous video. I also have a beauty and lifestyle channel you can check out. Or swing by my fitness channel for a free workout. Don't forget to subscribe.